You know what kind of day it is today? I think today, what do I feel like going today? Today feels like a Big Bear day. Let's go see Triple G. You know, I don't put my kids in car seats, and I rarely ever buckle up, but the baby here, lights, gimbal, cameras, time to roll.
Очевидно, новые у вас, получается, перемены.
You're now down the street here with
Вы
Jonathan
теперь
Banks.
здесь с Джонатаном Бэнксом.
What are you noticing that's different with Jonathan Banks as far as training?
Что вы замечаете другого теперь с тренировкой с Джонатаном Бэнксом?
Я не замечаю, я вижу полностью, что это именно полностью другой подход в плане бокса. То есть это другой подход в плане бокса, и мы больше работаем именно над школой, именно над боксом.
I can absolutely see that there is a different approach to boxing, and so we constantly work on that boxing school.
Well, it's really simple. I got a call asking about will I be available and will I have the interest, and both answers was yes. And that's really how it came about. So my thoughts about it was, okay, we'll see what happens. I can't say anything about as far as what I excited was or not. I mean, I don't know if I have the gig. So, but you know, it's like for me, it was an honor just to have the phone call for them to be considering me.
Did he feel like that there was something missing in what he was doing before, and he's 37 now, does he feel like there's something he needed to change?
Вы чувствуете, что что-то вам не хватало до этого, и теперь, что вам 37 лет, что вам надо что-то поменять в этой тренировке?
Мы уже поменяли многое в своем вообще видении и в своей тренировке. Мы уже много поменяли, что, конечно, и чувствуется и возраст, что 37 это не 20, то есть это надо признавать и надо понимать это.
We have already changed a lot in our training before, and of course, I feel the age, and obviously 37 is not 20, so you gotta admit that as well.
It's not like I never seen the guy before. Not like I seen him fight. I haven't never seen him fight before. So with this aspect, I just wanted to take notice of whatever he did naturally, whether it's in conversation or whether it's in being in the gym, whatever it was. I want to see what he did naturally. And he's naturally excited to be in the gym. He's really hungry to win more fights and to get a world title.
You took a 9-month break.
Вы взяли перерыв на 9 месяцев.
How is it coming back into the gym?
Каково это вам вернуться обратно в зал?
Как в старые добрые времена.
Like good old days.
I feel smell, I feel everything.
When you're gone for that long, did you miss it?
Когда вас так долго не было, вы скучали по залу?
Как сказать, скучал. То есть нельзя сказать, что я спал, видел зал. Нет, это другое же.
Well, I'm not sure if you can say I missed it. It's not like I, was sleeping and dreaming about, coming back. It's a little different feeling.
His excitement, you could tell it's like you in the kitchen, you fixing food, and everybody's in the living room super hungry. You don't have to hear them say they're hungry. You look at their face and say, like, look, let me hurry up and feed these people. These people before they come through the wall and get me. You see the hunger. And that's what for a photographer. If you see somebody very photogenic, you know what? I want to take photos of it. Like, that's what you want to see. So as a trainer, you see someone very hungry, that's what you like to see. You like to see the hunger in the fighter. So, because that's the one thing you can give a fighter, anything in the world. Two things you can't give them. You can't give them heart, you can't give them the hunger.
So I had an opportunity to go out the other day and catch up with Gennady, Triple G, Golovkin, Mr. Golovkin. Things are a little bit different in-house Golovkin. No longer training with Abel Sanchez. Kind of an acrimonious split. Acrimony. Not quite as dramatic as the movie Acrimony. If you haven't seen it, that's a pretty good movie. Triple G is a little bit different. You can tell that Triple G wants to just fight. He just wants to train, and he just wants to fight. And I think he's over a lot of the gimmicks that were used to build him up into the megastar that he is. And that's fine. Perfectly fine. And it's a normal thing for fighters to get tired of the same questions, for fighters to get tired of the gimmicks, because to them, they're successful because of what they do and who they are. And the gimmicks, like the Mexican style and big drama show and the little quotes that people kind of poke fighters into saying or doing, almost like they're a dancing bear, get a little tired of it. And I understand that. And I get that. And it seems as though Triple G has turned that corner to where he's like, okay, I'm Gennady Golovkin, international superstar, world-renowned boxer, fight at the top of the level of the sport. Even at the age of 37, he's never been dominated. His fight with Canelo that he lost was a close fight that many said he won. So it's not like he really lost a fight that he was dominated in, that there was no argument about. He's at the top of the sport. No one else is fighting Canelo as close as Gennady Golovkin is. No one else is saying Canelo robbed that guy. But they said that about Triple G. So it's understandable that he could be getting tired of the same questions, the nonsense, the BS, the boxing media in general, and the unprofessionalism of a lot of media that are out there. He pays attention. And he should. He cares about what you think, but he also wants you to care about what he thinks. He's a man just like anybody else, and he gets tired sometimes. And that's okay. It's okay to get tired, and it's okay to be angry. Those are perfectly normal reactions to things. He still has career to go on. He's got a solid contract with DAZN. There's a future for him still, even in the twilight of his career. Whether or not he's in the twilight of his career is still yet to be seen. He's fought at the highest level of the sport in his last outing. However, he is 37. 37 tells us a lot about a fighter. And very few fighters have been able to fight beyond 37 at the level that Gennady Golovkin has been fighting. Now, is Gennady Golovkin an exception to the rule? He didn't ever really take a lot of punishment until his fights with Canelo. He got hit in those fights, never appeared wobbled, dazed, or hurt. His fight with Daniel Jacobs, he got hit in that fight, but he never appeared wobbled, dazed, or hurt. So how much damage has he really taken? And you have fighters that have fought well past 37 at a high level, Vladimir Klitschko, who did get hurt. You have guys like Bernard Hopkins, who never really got hurt and beat up until maybe Kovalev. You have guys who've been able to fight past that age. And I guess my question is Gennady Golovkin one of those guys that's going to fight well beyond 37, or maybe even 40 for that matter, at a high level? He could, and he also couldn't. We're going to have to see what he wants to do. But one thing that I think everybody agrees on around him, and people are pretty honest and brutal about their opinions, Gennady likes to train. He stays ready. He stays fit. When he gets in the gym, he stays hungry. He's a leader wherever he goes. People look up to him in the gyms because of his work ethic. People look up to him in the gyms because of his study habits, because of his work habits. And a lot of times, even though Gennady does have an insanely good boxing IQ and skill in the ring, and if you haven't identified this, I recommend that you talk to people who have worked with Gennady in the gym and who have fought Gennady in the ring about his boxing ability. Those things and those factors could propel Gennady to fight maybe even beyond 40. We're going to have to see and find out. He fights Stevie Rolls. No one's really anticipating this fight. Let's be honest. This fight is what it is. It's welcome back to boxing. You took 9 months off. we're going to give you Stevie rolls, and then you're going to jump right back into the fray. And that's okay. You're allowed that. You just had 2 insanely great fights with Canelo Alvarez. The biggest fights of those years, a fight with Steve Rolls, yeah, we can take that. It's on DAZN. I don't have to pay pay-per-view for it. Hell, even if I miss it live, I can catch it while I'm taking a dump. It's probably going to be short enough for me to watch the entire fight before I have to wipe up business.
The emotion, there was emotion, it really, when I wrote it, it wasn't emotional. It was, actually, I was pissed off about the years that I spent without being close to my family because of staying here in this gym and creating an environment for for the fighters that were here, created a lot of work for me. So in the 9 years, it was a lot of time that was not spent with my kids and not spent with my grandkids. That was probably the most, if there was emotion, it was because of that. I was pissed off about that. Basically, I had retired. I had retired in 2008. I wasn't gonna do nothing else. I was gonna spend time with my family. And when I opened this gym, I wasn't gonna have any more fighters. And he walked into this gym and he had a dream of doing something, and I felt that at the time that I could do that for him. As you read the notes in the past about me telling him that in 3 years, if he gave me all his attention, that I could make him undefeated and world champion, and nobody would want to fight him, and that came true.
After the Canelo-Jacobs fight, he had tweeted that he thought the fight was boring. What did he think was boring about the fight?
После боя Канело Джейкобса вы в Твиттере написали, что это был скучный бой. Что вы под этим подразумевали?
Я подразумевал то, что оба боксера могли бы показать гораздо больше. То есть и не то, что это только мое мнение. Вы сами слышали весь зал, весь гудел и кричал. То есть они провели... То есть там не было никакой интриги, они провели очень так скучно, скажем так, этот бой.
You know, I think both of these boxers could have shown more. And it's not just my opinion. You could have heard the whole crowd booing. And, you know, that was just the fight, how it went.
What do you think of now? Everything is on DAZN. HBO is gone. What does he think of the new streaming platform?
Что вы думаете о новой платформе стриминга, что теперь DAZN есть, HBO пропала? Что вы об этом думаете?
Мне что думать, я знаю очень много об этом во всем. Просто в данный момент DAZN это есть то, чего не хватало и что, можно сказать, вытеснило HBO вообще из мира бокса.
Well, I do know a lot about this business, and I know that DAZN it's something that was missing in the business of boxing, and DAZN literally pushed out HBO from the business, from the industry.
He's got Stephen Rolls coming up. Is there anything about Stephen Rolls that makes him prepare differently?
Бой со Стивом Роллсом скоро у вас. Что вы по-другому будете делать во время своей тренировки к этому бою?
Я буду боксировать с ним. Это мой следующий оппонент, которого я имею. Я буду с ним боксировать. Что я буду делать?
You know, he's my next opponent. I'm gonna box him. You know, it's just what I'm gonna do.
Do you feel like you have to knock him out?
Чувствуете, что его надо нокаутировать?
Как понять, я чувствую, что его надо нокаутировать.
Хотите его нокаутировать?
Это как бы некорректно очень, как бы, хочу я его нокаутировать или не хочу. Я буду пытаться боксировать, я думаю. То есть нокаут это, я считаю, это логическое завершение того, что ты делаешь, и если ты делаешь это все правильно, то есть нокаут это логическое завершение всего этого.
You know, I wouldn't call this question appropriate. You know, I will box him, and knockout is just a logical conclusion in the fight. And if it's gonna happen, it will happen.
It's still very early. First camp, he only been with him for a couple of weeks,
Right.
if it's even been there. Is there anything you've noticed so far that you're like, we're going to work on this?
I'm working on everything that I feel I need to, but I just see things I'll get more and more excited about, because for him to have the attitude that he has, I mean, the man loves to work. And for me, I love it because he's a gym rat. He loves being in the gym. You don't have to say, come on, like Gigi, come on, let's go to the gym. Please, come on, come in the gym. You don't have to do that. He's in the gym. He's always willing and ready to work. And for me, that's awesome. You see the hunger in him. And that's the one thing that you want to see in a fighter as they going back for the title. You want to make sure you still see that hunger. Because if if you got the feeling they act like their belly is full and that hunger is not there, you have a problem.
There are a lot of fights that are available for him after this. They paid him a lot of money. They paid Canelo a lot of money. A lot of people are anticipating that they'll meet for a third fight. Does he anticipate that as well?
У вас предстоит еще много боев после этого боя. Вам заплатили очень много денег, Канело заплатили очень много денег. Вы ожидаете, что вы будете биться с ним в третий раз?
Все говорят о наших деньгах, что нам много заплатили. Почему вы считаете, что нам много заплатили? Во-первых. Во-вторых, конечно, наш бой, скорее всего, случится.
Everyone's talking about our money. And, why would you assume that we've been paid a lot of money? And yes, I think that the fight will happen, the third fight will happen eventually.
Things are always changing in boxing. Do you think that this was just part of an inevitable change that was going to happen?
No, obviously not. I think that things change when there is a problem. I don't think there was. I think we won 2 fights against Canelo. Everybody seems to think the same thing, so there wasn't a problem. There wasn't an issue. It was just unfortunate that a business decision was made over a family matter.
I just want to see Triple G get his world titles back. That's what I want to see. Names, it doesn't matter. I just want to see him get his titles back.
Has he told you that's his goal?
Well, it's obvious that's his goal because he's still fighting. He's not the type of guy to fight just to fight. You fight to get back what you had. And he had world titles and he want to get them back. So that's why, that's one thing we're on the same accord with that. I want him to get his titles back and he want them back himself.